Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer, also known as the Milwaukee Cannibal, is one of the most infamous serial killers in American history. His heinous crimes, involving murder, dismemberment, necrophilia, and cannibalism, have left an indelible scar on the collective consciousness. Dahmer's story is a chilling exploration of human depravity and the dark recesses of the human mind. Born on May 21, 1960, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Dahmer had a troubled childhood. His parents' tumultuous marriage and subsequent divorce left him feeling isolated and neglected. From an early age, Dahmer exhibited disturbing behavior, such as an obsession with dead animals and a fascination with dissection. These early warning signs went largely unnoticed, setting the stage for his later atrocities. Dahmer's descent into murder began shortly after his high school graduation. In June 1978, he picked up a hitchhiker named Stephen Hicks. After luring Hicks to his parents' home, Dahmer bludgeoned him to death with a dumbbell and dismembered his body. This first murder marked the beginning of a killing spree that would span over a decade. For nearly 9 years after his first murder, Dahmer managed to suppress his homicidal urges. However, in 1987, his violent impulses resurfaced. His second victim, Stephen Tuomi, was killed in a hotel room after Dahmer had a blackout-induced rage. Over the next few years, Dahmer's killing escalated, with victims including James Dockstader, Richard Guerrero, and Anthony Sears. Each murder followed a similar pattern. Dahmer would lure his victims to his apartment, where he would drug, strangle, and dismember them. What set Dahmer apart from other serial killers was the gruesome nature of his crimes. He engaged in necrophilia, taking photographs of his victims' bodies at various stages of dismemberment. He also retained parts of their bodies, such as skulls and skeletons, as macabre trophies. Dahmer's depravity extended to cannibalism, consuming parts of his victims' flesh to fulfill his twisted fantasies of possessing them completely. Dahmer's atrocities continued unchecked until his arrest on July 22, 1991. His capture came about when Tracy Edwards, a potential victim, managed to escape from Dahmer's apartment and flagged down 2 police officers. Edwards led the officers back to Dahmer's residence, where they discovered photographs of dismembered bodies and severed heads in the refrigerator. The horrifying evidence left no doubt about the extent of Dahmer's crimes. In the ensuing investigation, Dahmer confessed to the murder of 17 young men, detailing his gruesome methods and motivations. The trial that followed was a media sensation, with Dahmer pleading guilty but insane to the charges. Despite his plea, the jury found him sane and guilty of all charges, sentencing him to 15 consecutive life terms in prison without the possibility of parole. Dahmer's time in prison was marked by his attempts to come to terms with his crimes. He expressed remorse and sought religious solace, being baptized by a prison minister. However, his time behind bars was short-lived. On November 28, 1994, Dahmer was beaten to death by a fellow inmate, Christopher Scarver, bringing an end to the life of one of history's most notorious killers. The case of Jeffrey Dahmer has had a profound impact on society's understanding of serial killers and the nature of evil. His ability to blend into society, holding down jobs and maintaining a facade of normalcy, shocked the public and law enforcement alike. The Dahmer case also highlighted the failures of the criminal justice system, as he had multiple run-ins with the law that could have prevented further murders but were mishandled. Dahmer's story has been the subject of numerous books, documentaries, and films, each attempting to unravel the mind of a man capable of such monstrous acts. His crimes have left a lasting legacy, prompting discussions about mental illness, the nature of evil, and the signs that were missed along the way. As we delve into the twisted life of Jeffrey Dahmer on True Crime, we will explore the depths of his depravity, the investigation that brought him to justice, and the societal impact of his heinous acts. Join us as we uncover the horrifying details of one of the most chilling figures in the annals of true crime. The story of Jeffrey Dahmer is a stark reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath a seemingly ordinary exterior, revealing the fragile boundaries between humanity and monstrosity.